During our 4 o'clock newscast, there was a new development in this case about marijuana found in Mr. Jean's apartment. Joining me right now are the legal team for the Jean family who want to make a statement about that. Lee Merritt.
No, so we had a chance to look at the initial warrant that was signed by Judge Birmingham, and it was specifically looking for narcotics in Mr. Jean's house. For me and for the legal team for the family, it highlights just sort of the nefarious nature of their investigation. They went in with the intent to look for some sort of criminal justification for the victim. And it's a pattern that we've seen before. It's a pattern of we have a victim, we have a cop who clearly did something wrong, and instead of investigating the homicide, instead of going into her apartment and seeing what they can find, instead of collecting evidence relevant for the homicide investigation, they went out specifically looking for ways to tarnish the image of this young man. And it's even more tragic that the day that information is being released is the day that we've designed to remember who Botham was and what he meant to this community.
I know this is a new development. You guys are just learning about this today, as the community.
We are learning about it, but again, what we are most concerned about is what happened at the moment that officer pulled the trigger. So as that finding, we have not had a chance to analyze it, but it's irrelevant to us. This guy, if you had the opportunity to attend the service, he's a wonderful guy. He's the type of kid that every parent would want as a son. So the fact that this is coming out moments after the funeral, it just makes you wonder, why would it come out at this time?
And gentlemen, I know we'll talk about this more with these developments. It's just a shock to you guys, and we're just learning about this right now. I know you want to mention something, Mr. Crump, too. We'll make this quick.
This is nothing but a disgusting attempt to assassinate his character after they assassinated his person. I mean, this young man was the best that we had to offer as a society.
Thank you much, gentlemen. Mr. Ben Crump, Lee Merritt, and Daryl Washington. And with so many questions still remaining and so many stories that we heard shortly after this death, you know that media and all investigators are going to be continuing to dig into this story. They just approached me a few moments ago, and again, we'll continue to look in developments on this particular case about this marijuana issue and this entire investigation.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now this video right here is another update to an update that I did the other day. So this is the update to the update to the update, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this story you already know where it's coming from. It's coming out of Dallas, Texas. Big shout out to all my peeps in D-Town. You feel me? Now, I wasn't going to do another story on this situation because I felt I already done said all I could say. But guess what? There's always more to say. You know what I'm saying? I always keep what the church people call a ram in a bush, if you know what I mean. I always got a little ram right there going bad, just waiting. You feel me? So the cat's slowly coming out the bag. And if you remember around this time last year, we had this story with the Kanika Jenkins situation. In this case, it's similar, kind of like that, because it's like another what? A murder mystery. Yes, a murder mystery. And you got everybody on the job. You got everybody from D.L. Hughley on the job to Ricky Smiley to other YouTube content creators to your boy Trey, Know the Ledge Show. Yes, we are on this shit. We trying to figure out how in the hell can this heifer basically come up with all kinds of excuses of the reason why this guy was killed. First of all, she said that she went to the wrong apartment. No, she didn't say that. Excuse me. Let me backtrack. I'm talking too fast. She said that she went to an apartment she thought was hers. Some kind of way the door was ajar. Wouldn't you not be cautious or aware or scared if you come back home and you know you left your door locked? Some of us double check our locks. You know how you pull the door shut and we'll try to twist it to make sure it's locked? I'm sure I'm not the only one that do that. Or maybe I got OCD on locks, if you feel me. But anyway, so would you not be cautious? Would you not call for backup? Why would you go in there yourself if you've seen your door unlocked? See, there's many ways you can break this down. That's why, and I don't mean to say this, you know, I get mad at myself sometimes because I shouldn't have went to school for computer science. I should have went to school for damn criminal justice lawyer. Should have been a damn lawyer. I would have been a fire one too. I would have been like Perry Mason, Matlock, all rolled up in one with a little mix of Kojak and Columbo. Anyway, so not only are they saying that the guy didn't comply, that was the last story, he didn't comply. She gave him verbal orders in his apartment while he was in his drawers, in his house. He didn't comply, he got shot. Come to find out later on, because they need some more justification to prove, you know what I'm saying, that this guy was not who we think he is and who they say he are. You feel me? Because I don't know the guy personally. I'm sure a lot of you all don't know this guy personally. Just another story. But yeah, there's still this story stands out very much different because you could just look at some people and just tell if they're involved in a certain aspect. Now, I don't know if the guy blood type. I don't know his shoe size. I don't know if he drink. I didn't know if he smoke or anything. But yeah, still they say they found marijuana out of all things. Yeah, they say they found some good reg in his house. Some Kush, that OG, triple OG, Colombian gold, all that up in this man's house. Saying they found marijuana in this man's house. Now, you know damn well, unless you was over there on the south side, D-Town, big shout out to the south side, they got some good stuff over there. But anyway, they ain't part of the story. So they say they found some weed in this man's house. So it's basically like they trying to give justification to this guy being killed. It's like another PR ambush by the police department to sit up here and paint a picture of a person when that is not even a reason why he's dead. You feel me? The reason why he's dead, let's not forget, is because he was selling marijuana, not because he was smoking marijuana and people told him, put that out. No, that's not the reason why he's dead. He's dead because a cop walked into his apartment and shot him down. And then just like they do with everything, they try to talk about search warrants was issued. Oh, he had this in his house. He even had Playboy books. He had AK-47 shells. Not saying he had all this stuff, but to add insult to injury is the fact the man's dead. You're going to say the man had marijuana in his house. And a lot of them probably got damn bottles of Southern Comfort, KD, that Kentucky Deluxe, probably got pipes in there, needles and everything. But you want to talk about a dead victim who was shot in his house illegally, had marijuana. I mean, how much can we take? How much do we supposed to buy? Anyway, I'm going to read a snippet from this story and I'm going to give my opinion. Surely as we go. Lawyers disgusted by release of search warrant showing marijuana found in Botham John's apartment. You mean to tell me y'all found some marijuana in this man's apartment? Really? Really? And you know a certain thing about marijuana, it leaves what? A smell, especially if you just got through smoking. And I'm sure those of you who smoke, you probably got a little roach, what we call a little doobie, them little doobie ashtrays. Big shout out to Devin, the dude for that. I'm sure you got a little roach, and I'm not talking about the little roaches that crawl. I'm talking about them roaches, them little short ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got that in your house, and just like any marijuana, unless you smoking that bong, it leaves what? A strong smell, especially when you got that good stuff. Ooh, that Cali stuff is the best. You feel me? Anyway, so you're going to have a strong smell. You didn't smell nothing in the air when you walked in there. You did not notice the furniture was different. So how could you go through all that stuff and still make some kind of probable cause of you having a justification to kill this man? I do not understand that, because I know damn well you if you have family or friends or yourself that smoke, even if you smoked just yesterday or a day or two ago, and if you don't deodorize your house out, you know what I'm saying, air freshen it out, it's going to leave a smell. I mean, let's just be honest. Now, following the shooting death of Botham Jean by the hands of Dallas police officer Amber Geiger, multiple search warrants were executed at John's apartment as part of the investigation. Why are you investigating this man's apartment? He was inside of his apartment. You feel me? You can find whatever you want to find up in there. The point is, that's not why he was killed. Why are they trying to differentiate, trying to get off the fact of why this guy was killed? Why was he flat out murdered? Because it's not because he was breaking in an apartment. He was in his own apartment. But this is what they do to cover their own asses. They will sit up here and try to make every damn excuse in the book. Just like with the, I think, how old was Tamir Rice? 11, 12 years old. The little kid that was in the park. The police rolled right up on him and had a video. The guy's in the park with a BB gun. Roll right up on him and kill the guy. They're going to say that the boy was pointing the gun at other people. I mean, it's like certain people can get murdered and you have all kind of excuses coming out the woodwork, because you have to understand something. Just like I understand it. And the people that really see it for what it really is. This could have been me or you. This could have been me or you. So for those who think that it's a joke or it's all about a view or something, no, it's deeper than a view. It's more than a view. A view ain't gonna matter when your ass dead and gone, shot up. You feel me? It's about this could happen to any one of us. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people look at stuff as a game or like this just another form of entertainment. And like I said, I don't get on here and talk about nothing if it don't affect me or touch me in some kind of way. Because I mean, you're more passionate. You're serious about it. You feel me? Because we have enough people just sitting up here talking out their ass about any damn thing anyway. Now, attorneys for Botham Jean's family are outraged that the document describing drug evidence became public on the same day of his funeral. On a man's funeral, you don't even give him time to put him in the ground. Good, he's not even cold in the ground yet. You feel me? Shot and killed by your officer. And the only thing they talking about is the victim. They're not talking about the aggressor. They're not talking about the killer. But you've more focused on the victim. So it's like the victim is the one punished in this country. Wow, America, really? One of the warrants became a public record Thursday afternoon when it was returned to the judge who signed it. It was shortly after Jean's funeral had ended. It listed several items found in Jean's apartment, including a small amount of marijuana. And I'm willing to bet you that man did not have no damn marijuana in that apartment. And I don't normally say this about these cases, but it's just something about this just don't sit right with me, because it's like, you know, being an empath and stuff, and being an introvert, you see certain things, you can feel certain things, you can look at somebody and get a vibe, you can look at somebody and actually picture yourself in their shoes, if you know what I mean, even though that goes over a lot of people's head, but those who understand it will understand it. So as I look at this guy, you know what I'm saying, not saying I know everything, I'm all wise, because I'm not, I'm just a regular human being, and we all got certain gifts or whatnot. But at the same time, by me looking at this, man, it's hard for me to picture him smoking some damn Reggie. It's hard for me to picture him getting high, talking shit on the phone to his friends and stuff. He just don't seem like that type of guy to me. There have been several warrants signed by judges and executed. In this case, aside from the arrest warrant for Geiger and the search warrant signed September 7th that were returned to court on Thursday. The others are still sealed and not accessible. My point is, why are you not searching Miss Amber Geiger's apartment? Why are you not all in her ass, searching her, interrogating her, instead of interrogating and antagonizing the victim and his family? I mean, the deed is done. You done killed the guy. But to add insult to injury, it's just like if you get stabbed or cut, instead of somebody putting ointment on there, some antibiotic, they put salt on your wound. You feel me? Just like throwing salt on a wound. You add an insult to injury. You feel me? The search warrant executed in Jean's apartment at Southside Flats specifically sought fire cartridge casings, fire projectiles, firearms, ballistic vests, keys, evidence of blood, video surveillance systems, and contraband such as narcotics and other items used in criminal offenses. The inventory return yielded. Let's see what they found. Let's see what's in this beautiful beam footage. 2 fire cartridge casings, 1 laptop computer, 1 black backpack with police equipment and paperwork, 1 insulated lunchbox, 1 black ballistic vest with police markings, 10.4 grams of marijuana in Ziploc bags. So 10.4 grams in Ziploc bags, and bags mean what? More than one. So evidently you trying to say this man was selling weed? You feel me saying? And I didn't know about it? You mean to tell me that this man was selling weed? He had 10.4 grams of marijuana in Ziploc bags. Not a bag, not a blunt rolled up, but in bags. Baggies. You know what that means. So he was selling, and I didn't know about it. I don't think so. Not in Dallas. No. We're not going to buy that. Now, if they would have just said a joint or something, we would have bought that, but not 10.4 grams of marijuana in Ziploc bags. I mean, let's just be for real. An educated guy at that don't even have to dip and dab in that type of life, and don't even look like a street type of guy. You feel me? Not saying you have to be a street guy to deal in marijuana, because you got something that's not. But come on, he don't look like he fit that criteria at all. 1 metal marijuana grinder, 2 RFID keys, 2 used packages of medical aid. That's some bullshit saying he got a grinder in every damn thing. But you also said that he has Ziploc bags. So if it was in there, was he smoking it or was he selling it then? Because that's the next thing gonna come out. Oh, he was selling it, and they got a tip that led them there. I mean, you never know. You never know what to expect in the land of Oz, aka America. And for those who understand why I say Oz, O-Z, go back and you don't have to even watch the movie. Just think for a second, The Wizard of Oz and what that really means. That's what America is. The document does not say where any of the items were located in the apartment or who the items belong to. And I know this for sure right here because I have family in law enforcement. When you find something, you're supposed to take a picture. And you're supposed to label it on a picture, but they don't do Polaroids hardly no more. But you're supposed to still label it, write it down, leave a note on the picture where you found that item at. Because that's the case. You could find this item outside the man's apartment and took a picture. You're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to put where you found it at, what time you found it, and the exact location it was found at with a picture. So it won't be no discorroborating stories. Everything will be on point. It will be factual. But guess what? When you lie, you got to tell another lie to cover that lie up. You know how the story goes. Now, the Jean family legal team was unaware of the document when it was first released. Regardless of whose marijuana it was, the attorneys say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? Just like I said in the beginning of the video, that's the reason. That wasn't, the reason why he was killed. That wasn't the reason why this police allegedly went inside the wrong apartment. Not because marijuana, she walked by or she was walking down to her apartment and smelled marijuana and she had to see what was going on in there. Were they having a weed fest in there? No, that's not the reason why. So it doesn't matter. Therefore, that story that they trying to paint is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It won't stick. I think it's unfortunate that the law enforcement began to immediately criminalize the victim in this case. Someone who was clearly was the victim that had absolutely no bearing on the fact that he was shot in his home, said Lee Merritt, attorney for John's family. I would love to see more information coming out about the warrants executed on the home of the shooter, who lived just below him. I haven't seen any of those, and you haven't. They haven't said anything about the shooter's home. They haven't went in there and took pictures. They ain't did all this searching, but you go into the victim's house to search. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. And particularly for it to be on this day, the day that we remember to celebrate him, to see the common assassination attempt on a victim that we often see in law enforcement involve shootings. Like, you won't even let the man have his funeral, but you're going to release this on his funeral date that he had marijuana in his house, just like a flat insult. And imagine the grief and his pain his family feeling. They're watching this, which I know most likely they are. You know, my condolences go out to you all. If there's anything I can do to help you all, just let me know. You know I'm limited what I could do, but at the same time, you know, you'll be amazed at the power of social media and the things that we could do and influence. But at the same time, it's sad because, you know, when you read these type of stories and you come across these type of stories, you have to remember, like I said earlier, this could be me or you. This could be either one of us, you know, and I would hate for my life to end like that and nobody say nothing. And I would hate for somebody else's life to end like that, you know, and that's why we should say something. That's why we should break it down and stay on it, because it's going to keep happening. It's and it just flat out really shows you that, you know, at first you probably would buy, okay, well, maybe she did this and that. But I mean, it's one thing to just keep dragging it on. If you're wrong, say you're wrong, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They'll drag you down, your whole family down, and make up all kinds of stuff just to protect their ass and their people. It doesn't change the story, said Darrell Washington, attorney for the Jean family. She claimed that she went into a place she thought was her apartment. She didn't claim she had gone somewhere because she also thought there was some sort of criminal activity, just like I said in the video. So that's not why you came to the apartment. You came to the apartment because you stated allegedly that you thought that was your apartment. But here we go jumping on marijuana and stuff, trying to get us off the truth. You know what I'm saying? Throwing these skunk trails that they call down, what they call skunk works, if you know what I mean. They'll go out there, put a little smell out there, so you'll go that way farther than that, when you really should have been looking straight and going straight. But you worry about these distractions instead of focusing on what the whole thing is about. She went to the man's apartment, wasn't her apartment, flat out killed him in his apartment. That's an open and shut case right there. But I guess what? When you're living in this country, everything ain't open and shut. Now, I know because of how he lived his life, it won't stain his reputation because he lived his life so virtuously, Merritt added. But it's unfortunate law enforcement has taken this turn. Attorney Pete Shulet, who is not connected to the case, says the defense will likely bring it up in trial if the marijuana turns out to be his. And I doubt very seriously those 10.4 grams that they found in different Ziploc bags are his. So you're basically saying the man was a so-called seller, because I don't know too many people who smoke weed and keep their weed separated. Just saying if he did smoke weed. I don't know. I mean, do you? Think about it. You ain't got the answer in the comment section. I don't want you to criminalize yourself. But at the same time, if you got some weed, would you gonna keep your weed in Ziploc bags, different Ziploc bags? Hell no, you're gonna have it in one little stash spot somewhere. Hopefully you have it in a damn mason jar. Anyway, let's go and finish up. Now, the request for the warrant does list a wide range of items, from blood evidence and keys to video surveillance systems and any contraband such as narcotics and other items that may have been used in criminal offenses. Other attorneys not associated with the case say that specific language may be used for items that were in plain sight. They do a broad spectrum of what they are looking for when they get these search warrants, Schultz said. Now, toxicology is important, both with Officer Geiger and Mr. John, because it could explain how this case happened, how things went south so quickly. The point is, you should have did all that at first, the toxicology test, right on her, drug test, all that on her. But at the same time, you should have did a mental test. You should have did a lie detector test. That would have been, how about that test? Give us a lie detector test and see if she could have passed that. Did you not know that this wasn't your apartment? And I bet you that joker went crazy just like that. Cause when when you come and everything down there and shook my camera, when you come and just do that little line like that. But I bet they would have asked her that, Miss Geiger, did you not know that apartment was yours? That joker would have went all off the scale and the damn needle would have broken, flew out the window. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. And like I said in the other two videos, you know what I'm saying? RIP Mr. Jean, because we have to understand that This could have been either one of us, and we have to speak out because it's just not right, man, that you could walk in somebody's house, and that shows you're not even really safe on the streets, and for you to come in somebody's house, and then you have all kinds of excuses and lies. I mean, look at it for what it really is. That's really what it is. You get harassed on the streets, and you get harassed in your apartment, and you're not even doing that, and then come to find out, oh, you're a drug dealer now, or you selling weed, or you're smoking weed. Well, damn. Don't you all have medical marijuana? I mean, come on, you gonna kick in everybody's door that you go kill to have a licensed card? You know what I'm saying? To get marijuana from the state? Oh, well, there was a licensed marijuana holder, so I guess hey, it's cool. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this mess. And to his family, I'll send you all my condolences. And it's just a sad situation, but this story is not over by a long shot, because before you realize and you know it, they gonna sit up here and try to say the guy was probably involved in a lot of illegal activity. That's what they leading up to right there. So I don't know where the story gonna go or where this road gonna end. But anyway, let's enjoy the ride and let's see what's really going on. And don't forget the real reason why this guy was killed. Not because she suspected criminal activity or smelled marijuana or they had a weed party up there. She basically went to, allegedly, she says, the wrong apartment. So therefore, that's an open and shut case. Let me know what you all think. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video with your family and friends. And all my people in D-Town, get in the comment section so we can really just, talk about this and see what's really going on. Anyway, y'all stay blessed. I'm out.